Alrighty, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. We have an amazing 30-minute minimal cues slow Vinyasa flow. This is more of an intermediate class solely because you must know the alignments for yourself, or at least must be familiar with them, as I will not be cueing those. But it will be a minimal talking class, just cueing the positional changes for those who enjoy a quieter flow as well. We will get started either cross-legged or sitting on your heels as I am in the center of the mat. And we'll get started from there. I'm in Thunderbolt pose. And moving to our wrist joint rotation, arms parallel to the ground, palms up, thumbs in, 4 fingers closing over, and we will start going clockwise. And counterclockwise, moving the other direction. And clasping hands, rolling out a figure 8 in one direction for a few rolls and then the other direction. And moving into our tabletop pose for cat-cow pose, Bitalasana Marjaryasana. And moving to our low lunge pose, right leg forward between the hands, Anjaneyasana. With any option for a twisted dragon, any poses that feel good for you here. And coming back through tabletop for a few more rounds of cat and cow. And coming into our low lunge Anjaneyasana on the other side, left leg forward in between the hands. And coming to sit on our bottom for seated windshield wiper pose, Upavista Yatara Parivartanasana. Making sure we move nice and slow. And moving into our reverse tabletop pose, Ardha Parvattanasana. And kicking that left leg up for one-legged reverse tabletop pose, Ekapada Ardha Parvattanasana. And left ankle on right knee for reverse tabletop pose, legs in figure 4, Karkata Ardha Parvattanasana Pada. And dropping our hips for sitting swan pose, Upavista Hamsasana. And moving into our cradle pose, Hindulasana. Left arm around left knee, right arm around left foot. And coming down to our bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. Any variation. And moving into reverse tabletop pose again, Ardha Parvottanasana. And right leg up this time for one-legged reverse tabletop pose. And right ankle on left knee. For reverse tabletop pose, legs in figure 4. And dropping our hips for sitting swan pose. And moving into our cradle pose, you'll have right arm around right knee, left arm around right foot. And again into our bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. And bringing right foot out, left foot in for head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. Dropping right arm down for revolved head to knee pose prep, Parivrtta Janu Sirsasana prep. Left arm up and over your head towards the right foot. And moving forward into a baby wild thing, little counter pose. And coming back down into our bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. And head to knee pose on the other side, left leg out, right foot in, Janu Sirsasana. In a revolved head to knee pose prep, left arm down, right arm up and over, reaching for the foot, Parivrita Janu Sirsasana prep. And moving to our baby wild thing counter pose stretch, pushing the glutes forward. And coming down into our staff pose, Dandasana. And reaching for the big toes for staff hand to big toe pose, Padangusta Dandasana. In our revolved staff pose, left hand to right shin, right hand behind you. And for a revolved heron pose, left hand grabbing right foot, right hand behind you. And for half Lord of the Fishes pose, Ardha Matsyendrasana, right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Any arm variation that you'd prefer. And stacking right knee over left for half cow face pose, Ardha Gomukhasana. I will be doing the forward bend variation. And moving to our shoelace pose, Padukabandhini Asana. Trying to stack both knees, right leg on top, left leg on bottom. And staying here, adding our eagle arms, right arm under left, binding once or twice. And coming back to our staff pose Dandasana. And again, folding forward, reaching for the feet. In a revolved staff pose, right hand outside left shin, left hand behind you, Parivrtta Dandasana. In revolved heron pose, right hand grabbing outside of left foot, left hand out behind you. And dropping left foot outside right thigh for the half Lord of the Fishes pose, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Any arm variation. And moving to our half cow face, left knee stacking over right, folding forward. And moving into our shoelace pose, our full cow face expression, stacking both knees. And adding eagle arms, this time left arm underneath right, binding once or twice. And finally coming down into our corpse pose, Shavasana, final resting pose. We are here for 3 minutes. Enjoy yourself, and I will call you back when it's time to finish. And wiggling fingers and toes, coming up, finishing our practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this amazing practice as much as I did filming it. Hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Hope to see us around again for the next video. And if we enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, until next time, namaste.